So is everybody ready? So good afternoon, I'm T.K. Waters. I'm Chief of Investigations with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. First of all, let me address any misinformation or anything that you guys may have heard that may not be factual. This is not a bank robbery. No citizens were injured in this incident, and we're very thankful for that. And second of all, I want to say thank you to the citizens of our Tinseltown area, Southside Boulevard, that had to deal with the traffic issues. We were working through a situation, and we wanted to make sure that we can get it done safely. We were able to do that, and thank you for your time and your patience. So this morning at about 11:25, a male entered the business at 4100 Southside Boulevard carrying a handgun. When he went inside the business, he was agitated, and he was told all the employees and a few of the customers to leave the business and asked them to call the police. So everyone was able to leave the business except one employee. While in that business, he was kind of erratic. There wasn't much going on other than him saying to call the police, call the police. At that point, the police did get called. One of the employees, or that one employee that was left inside the business, began having a conversation with him, talked with him, asked him to lay down and let her make him feel more comfortable, relax him just a bit. He did that. She took that opportunity to walk through the business and exit safely. We did take her, and she is safely in our custody. No injuries to her. After several hours or a couple of hours of discussions with one of our crisis negotiators, negotiator Nancy Talinci, she was able to successfully ask that subject to leave, to exit the business, at which point he did. He was taken into custody by K-9 Officer Plogger and his K-9 Huck. He was not injured other than some injuries he suffered from being taken into custody by the K-9 officer. The subject's name is Gabriel Enrique Campala. He's a Hispanic male, 33 years old, date of birth of 2/3 of 1988. We want to thank our partners at FDLE and FBI who came here to help us, and they brought some of their experts here to help us in this investigation, and we were able to successfully end it safely with all of our citizens and all of our community, and we are very, very pleased about that. I'll take this time to answer any questions that I can.
We've been told that he shot out building avenue.
That's correct. So at one point, after all the victims were outside of the business in police custody safely, he did fire a shot outside one of the windows, and he fired 2 shots into the ceiling of the business on the inside.
What business was it?
It's in the 4100 block of Southside Boulevard. I'm not going to give the name of the business at this point.
Can you talk about the role of FDLE and the FBI?
Like I said, they came here at our request to assist us with anything that we needed. They brought out some of their negotiators and some of the other things that they do investigatively to help.
The man that was taken into custody, can you talk about his criminal history? Were you guys familiar with him?
We have one incident where he was suspected of a robbery that was being investigated, but we had not reached the level of prosecution at this point.
Could you provide a spelling for the suspect's name?
Last name or the whole name?
The whole name.
It's Gabriel, Gabriel, Enrique, Enrique, Campala.
And you said it was when he walked in, there was only one person left, or there wasn't like multiple hostages at one time?
There were 4 people in there at the time. 3 of them left immediately when he told them to. There was one left. After some time and after some discussion, she was able to calm him a bit, convince him to let her check the business and make sure no one else was in there, and she took that opportunity to leave, which was very, very smart.
How important was for it to bring action to making sure that things didn't escalate here?
It was very important. Like I said, the presence of mind that she had to think that through and talk to him the way that she did, I think she at least saved her own life at that point.
Do you guys know the reason that he came to the business?
That's unclear. That's still early. We're still early. This is the very beginning of it, and we're still looking into all that information. It's going to take a bit. He did get transported to the hospital for some minor injuries. We will interview him and try to determine exactly the reason for his actions today.
We saw at least like 2 to 3 snipers. Just confirm that they were snipers.
Our SWAT team was present. and they're there to make sure that we can keep our citizens safe. And they were in place to be able to handle that part of the business if it became necessary.
What time was he taken? Was he gotten out of the business? Was he taken out of the business?
That was later this afternoon, approximately, let's see, around 3:25 this afternoon.
What hospital was he taken to?
That's not clear at this point. Thank you.